So here we are, part 3. Apologies if my voice sounds rather subdued. It's because I'm recovering from a viral illness. Well, the neck's in the neck pocket. Very snug after a tiny amount of sanding. But it's about... let's see, how much too high? Yeah, it's about a centimetre too high. So you can see what the guitar looks like anyway. But I'm not going to keep this colour. So yeah, the next job is to take out the neck and start planing down the sole of the neck and finally sanding it to get exactly the angle that I need. But I won't know the angle that I need until I've finally decided on a bridge. What's there is just some old junky tunematic style thing that I fixed up a bit. I'm not sure I want to go with the tunematic style. I really like the Schaller 3D, it's called. You can move the strings, string spacing, you can move the strings up and down, you can move the intonation, everything's perfect, but it's a lot of money. 150 quid, and that's not the point of this project. To spend a lot of money. And what I'm doing now is planing down the heel of the Hofner neck because it was too thick, leaving the whole fretboard too high above the plane of the guitar body. So I've got an old Stanley plane. I've spent a lot more time sharpening it than I have planing. That's a skill in itself, which I've had to learn off YouTube videos, how to sharpen and set up a plane. Anyway, I'm almost there. So I'm thinking that maybe I've gone far enough. It is a little high off the guitar front, but I can always take more off. I can never easily put any back on. So I think that's going to be my working fit for the neck to body joint. But to go much further with this, I really need to get everything aligned, and that means essentially the strings passing over, as near as I can manage it, the pole pieces of the pickup I'm using, which is this bare knuckle pickups P90. This is routed for humbuckers. I'm focusing on the neck pickup because actually that's what I'm going to be mainly using. So that's going to go in first, and I may play it as a single pickup guitar for a while. But yeah, the routings are not quite big enough for a P90. They are, can we zoom in a little bit more? Yes, we can. They are kind of have rounded off corners, and they're just a little bit too tight overall. So what I'm doing at the moment is, and I've started at this side, is routing out the corners to be less rounded. And to do that I'm using a thing that looks a bit like and sounds a bit like a dentist's drill. It's a Dremel, and it's very tricky work. I'm not sure I can even do this and have you see what I'm doing. But basically, you use it to grind away small amounts of wood in a fairly precision sort of way. And I'm finding I need to take the sharp corners off the dog ears of these P90s. Rather than take out more wood, I'm just rounding off these corners. And it's there. The neck pickup is in. So now I can start to align the neck, the bridge, the tailpiece, everything that needs to be in a straight line, and pass over the top of those pole pieces. The pickup itself I've centered on the center line of the guitar, which is defined by the joint in the wood. It's important to get this pickup in temporarily installed at this early stage, because the spacing between the pole pieces is something I can't change, and the orientation of the pickup with respect to the center line of the guitar will tell me exactly how to align the neck so that the run of the strings falls within the playing area of the fretboard, while also passing over the pole pieces of the pickup. Not quite sure why it's not in focus. There. It's difficult to focus on something that's chrome, I guess. Anyway, so there it is. It's not screwed in or anything, but that will now allow me to put the neck on and micro adjust it before I put the neck bolts in. And I also, of course, need some kind of temporary bridge to run at least a couple of strings from. Okay, that's enough for this part.